Most people wait until the soil feels ready, and then wonder why their garden never catches up for the rest of the year. Here's the truth nobody talks about: March isn't just a good time to plant. For certain crops, it's the only window you get. Miss it, and you're playing catch-up until fall. So if you've got even a small patch of soil, a few pots on your porch, or just the will to grow something this year, stay right here, because what I'm about to share could completely change how your garden performs in 2026. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening. If you're returning, you already know we keep things real, practical, and easy on your wallet. And if you're brand new here, I'm so glad you found us. This channel is all about helping everyday garden owners grow more with less, no fancy equipment, no expensive tricks, just good honest gardening knowledge that actually works. Make yourself comfortable because today's video is one you'll want to watch all the way through. Before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button right now. New garden tips drop every week and you don't want to miss a single one. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you a beginner gardener or have you been doing this for years? I read every single comment. Alright, let's get into it. Crop 1, peas. Peas are one of the oldest cold weather crops known to gardeners, and March is genuinely their moment. They don't want warm soil, they want cool soil, and they'll rot if you wait too long into spring to plant them. Push them about an inch into the ground and give them something to climb, even a few sticks tied together works fine. The return you get from a small row of peas is honestly disproportionate to how little effort they ask for. Sweet, tender, and incredibly satisfying to pick straight off the vine. Crop 2, spinach. Spinach is also very forgiving for beginner gardeners because it doesn't need constant attention once it is established. Just keep the soil consistently moist without overwatering, because too much water can weaken the roots. Harvesting is simple too. You can pick the outer leaves first while allowing the inner leaves to keep growing, which gives you a continuous supply instead of one big harvest. Another advantage is that spinach works well in mixed planting setups. It grows quietly alongside slower crops without competing too aggressively for nutrients or space. This makes it a great fill-in crop while you wait for other vegetables to mature. If you keep sowing new seeds every few weeks, you can maintain a steady supply throughout the growing season. Crop 3, kale. Kale planted in March grows slower but builds stronger. The cold pushes the plant to develop deeper flavor, and unlike summer-grown kale which can turn tough and bitter, spring kale tends to stay tender longer. Plant it about half an inch deep, give it room to spread, and leave it alone. Kale is not a crop that needs babying. It's low maintenance, nutritious, and if you stagger your planting throughout March you can extend your harvest well into early summer. Crop 4, lettuce. Lettuce is one of the easiest wins in the garden, and March is the perfect entry point. It prefers temperatures between about 45 and 65 degrees, which is exactly what most regions offer in March. Scatter seeds loosely across a prepared bed, cover them lightly with soil, and water gently. What I love about lettuce is how forgiving it is. Even if your spacing isn't perfect, it adjusts. And because it grows relatively quickly, you can be harvesting fresh leaves within 5 to 6 weeks of planting. Crop 5, radishes. If you've never grown radishes, March is the month to start. They grow faster than almost anything else in the vegetable garden. Some varieties are ready to pull in under 25 days. They're great for filling in empty spots while slower crops are still getting established, and they actually help break up compacted soil as they grow. Plant them about half an inch deep, water consistently, and don't overthink it. Radishes are genuinely hard to mess up, and that makes them perfect for both beginners and experienced growers who just want fast results. Crop 6, carrots. Now carrots need to go in early, and the reason is simple. They're slow starters. They can take 2 to 3 weeks just to germinate, and they need a long growing window to develop fully underground. March gives them that runway. Sow them thinly, keep the soil consistently moist during germination, and once they're up resist the urge to overwater. The best carrot trick I can share with you is this: loose soil makes long carrots. If your soil is heavy or compacted, mix in some sand or compost before you plant and you'll see the difference come harvest time. Crop 7, Onions. Onions planted in March have a long, slow, deeply rewarding growing season ahead of them. You can start from sets, which are small bulbs, or from transplants. Either way, March is the right time to get them settled into the ground. They don't take up much vertical space, they don't need a lot of attention once established, and when you pull them months later and see those full bulbs sitting in the soil, it's one of the most satisfying feelings in gardening. Plant them about an inch deep and about 4 inches apart and let time do the rest. Real quick, if this video is already giving you ideas for your garden this March, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more garden lovers just like you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time. We've got so much more content coming that you'll want to be here for. Okay, back to the list because we're not even halfway through yet. Crop 8, Garlic. If you planted garlic back in fall, it's probably already pushing through the soil and you just need to feed it with a balanced fertilizer or a top dressing of compost to keep it strong through spring. Keep the bed weed-free, because garlic does not like competition, and make sure it gets steady moisture as the bulbs begin to swell. But if you missed that window, don't worry. Spring-planted garlic won't usually form the same large, well-segmented bulbs as fall-planted garlic, but it still has plenty to offer. You can harvest it young as green garlic, which looks like a thick spring onion with a mild garlic flavor, perfect for stir-fries, soups, and fresh sauces. Later on, the scapes that curly flower stalks can be cut and used in pestos or simply sautéed in butter. Plant the cloves pointed end up about 2 inches deep and a few inches apart, then mulch lightly to help regulate soil temperature and retain moisture. Even a modest harvest is worth it, especially considering how expensive fresh garlic and scapes can be in the shops. Crop 9, Swiss chard. Swiss chard is incredibly underrated and I genuinely think it doesn't get talked about enough in beginner gardening spaces. It handles cold, it handles heat, it's one of the most adaptable leafy greens you can grow. Start it in March and it'll carry you through spring and right into summer without missing a beat. It's also visually striking with its bright red, yellow, and white stems, so it looks beautiful in a garden bed or even in a decorative container. Plant it about half an inch deep and give it regular water and it will reward you generously. Crop 10, Broccoli. Broccoli is a cool season crop and timing is everything with it. Plant it too late and the summer heat will push it straight to flower before the head fully forms. But plant it in March and those cool temperatures help the head develop slowly and properly. Start from transplants if you want a head start, or direct sow if you have the time. Either way, give it good spacing, at least 18 inches between plants, so it has room to do what it does. Homegrown broccoli has a completely different flavor to store-bought and once you taste it you'll understand why people keep growing it. Crop 11, Cabbage. Cabbage is one of those crops that looks intimidating but is actually quite straightforward once you understand what it wants. And what it wants in March is exactly what March provides: cool temperatures, consistent moisture, and stable soil. Set transplants out early in the month or start seeds indoors and move them out in the second half. Cabbage heads take time, but the beauty of starting in March is that you're done harvesting before the real summer heat arrives and stresses the plant. Crop 12, Beetroot. Beetroot is a dual-purpose crop and that's one of the things that makes it so valuable in a budget garden. You get the roots of course, but the leaves are also completely edible and taste similar to spinach. Sow beet seeds about an inch deep in clusters and then thin them out once they sprout. They grow steadily through spring and are usually ready to harvest within about 60 days. The earthy sweetness of a freshly pulled beet roasted simply with a little olive oil is genuinely one of the best things to come out of a home garden. Crop 13, Turnips. Turnips don't get nearly enough credit. They grow quickly, they do well in cool soil, and like beetroot they give you 2 crops in one since both the root and the leaves are edible. Plant them in March about half an inch deep and give them consistent moisture. They're ready in as little as 45 days and they store really well once harvested. If you've never eaten fresh homegrown turnips, prepare to be surprised by how different they taste compared to what you might find in a supermarket. Crop 14, Broad Beans. Broad beans, also called fava beans, are one of those crops that genuinely belong in March, and it's a shame more gardeners don't grow them. They're cold hardy, they fix nitrogen in the soil which actually improves your garden for whatever you plant next, and they produce generous pods packed with tender beans. Push seeds about 2 inches into the ground, give them a support structure to lean on as they grow, and water them regularly. They take a couple of months to fully produce, but the harvest is incredibly satisfying. Crop 15, Cauliflower. Cauliflower has a bit of a reputation for being difficult, and yes, it is a little more particular than some of the other crops on this list. But when you nail the timing, which March helps you do, it becomes much more manageable. It needs cool temperatures to form its head properly, and it needs consistent care throughout the growing season. The payoff though is incredible. A fully formed head of homegrown cauliflower is something most gardeners are genuinely proud of. Give it full sun, consistent watering, and room to grow and you'll be just fine. Crop 16, Potatoes. We saved one of the best for last. Potatoes planted in March hit the ground during that ideal window where the soil is cool enough to prevent rot but warming up just enough to encourage chitting and early growth. Chit your seed potatoes before planting by letting them sprout in a bright cool place for a couple of weeks, then plant them about 4 to 6 inches deep with the sprouts facing up. Mound soil over them as they grow. Potatoes are genuinely one of the most productive crops you can grow per square foot, and pulling them out of the soil in summer feels like digging for treasure every single time. And there you have it. 16 crops, all of them suited for March, all of them worth your time and your soil. The beauty of this list is that whether you have a large garden bed, a few raised boxes, or just a collection of containers on a balcony, there is something here that works for your space and your budget. You don't have to plant all 16 today. Pick 3 or 4 that excite you the most, get them in the ground this week, and build from there. The most important thing is that you start. If this video helped you, leave a comment below and tell me which crop you're most excited to plant this March. I genuinely love reading your responses and I reply as often as I can. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, it helps more people find this channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign. We drop new gardening content every single week and there is so much more coming that you don't want to miss. Until next time, keep your hands in the soil and your eyes on the garden. Happy planting!